I'm Ayla. Today in national news, unfortunately there is a sad news out of Texas as a lone gunman opened fire at the First Baptist Church outside of San Antonio. 26 people were killed. 8 of those killed were members of one family. 5 married couples were killed. Many of those killed were young children. There were 20 wounded. This man had escaped from New Mexico's Behavioral Health Services in 2012 and had made threats against the U.S. Air Force commanders. He had been dishonorably discharged after assaulting his then wife and young children. He had also been caught trying to sneak firearms from the Air Force base. This man had died close to the church due to a self-inflicted gunshot after fleeing. 2 men are being hailed as heroes who live nearby the church, intervened, and stopped any further bloodshed. Now to Frankie with international news.
Hello, I'm Frankie, and this week around the world, Shiite rebels started attacks on ports and airports in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. The threat came after the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia accused Iran of direct military aggression through the rebels. Iran, however, said this is contrary to reality. The United States joined Saudi Arabia in accusing Iran of supplying advanced technology to the rebels in Yemen. This includes a ballistic missile that was launched at the Saudi Arabian capital of Riyadh. Fortunately, it was shot down before it could hit. This is thought to be evidence of Iranian involvement since the technology was not present in 2015 when the Saudi-led coalition began in Yemen. Since the attack, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates have tightened blockades on the rebels, which have prevented UN-supervised relief support. Now to Brook with Local.
Today in local news, this weekend in Lancaster County, we will be getting a winter preview. Today's highs will be up in the 30s and it will go down to about 20 or even 10 degrees, with winds up to 25 miles per hour. Saturday and Sunday's highs might not get out of the 40s. Sunday we could be getting wet snow or sleet. Most likely we will get sleet. A strong jet stream through from Canada will be the cause of the season's first Arctic front. Now to Austin with politics.
On Wednesday, President Donald Trump landed in China as part of his tour to Asia. President Trump will be meeting with China's President Xi Jinping to discuss trade with China and how the two countries can work together to deal with North Korea. They will also be discussing North Korea's nuclear program as world tensions rise due to the threats made by Kim Jong-un. President Trump also visited Japan to discuss military arms sales and is scheduled to go to Vietnam, where he will meet Vladimir Putin to discuss tensions in the region. Now to Kyle with business.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and this week in business, Boeing has signed a $37 billion aircraft contract with China. This contract is for the production of 300 new passenger planes. This comes in response to President Trump's recent visit with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. Boeing is not the only aircraft manufacturer to recently make deals with China, as General Electric and Airbus have both made substantial deals for large amounts of aircraft. That's all with this week's business. Now to Column of Sports.
This week in sports. On Tuesday, November 7th, former MLB pitcher Roy Halladay tragically died in a plane crash off the coast of Florida. Halladay was a pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays and Philadelphia Phillies. Halladay was also an 8-time All-Star, 2-time Cy Young winner, 2-time MLB wins leader, pitched a perfect game on May 29, 2010, and pitched a postseason no-hitter for the Phillies on October 6, 2010. Halladay was the only one on the plane he was flying. The reason why he crashed is still unknown. Now to Jay with entertainment.
This week's news and entertainment involves Meek Mill and his harsh sentencing for violating probation. He was on probation since 2008 after being convicted for a drug and gun charge. He was arrested for riding dirt bikes on the road and popping wheelies and then failed a drug test. Meek Mill appeared in court this Monday where he was sentenced 2 to 4 years for violating his probation. Many celebrities such as Jay-Z and James Harden have spoken out against the harsh sentencing. That's all for this week's news.